All right, I'm going to quickly tweet out the links and then we'll start. Oscar, you're going to do us a favor tomorrow, yeah?
Oh, never, bro. I hope we lose. I hope we get slapped over, bro. Goal difference, everything.
North London
Like,
Unite, man.
is
Why
it
you hating?
needed?
I hear it, bro. I hear it.
North London Unite. Why you hating, man?
Nah. I can't see you win the league, bro. No way.
You've already seen it before. You can see it again, man.
You
Nah,
swear
no.
your own ground.
Bro, we was kids, man. What is that? You weren't even born, Naeem.
I was one. Wait, no, I was three, actually, or four. Yeah, 3 or 4.
You don't even remember it, bro.
Yeah, but I remember it. You remember it. That's what that matters.
I don't remember that. I wasn't even into football. I probably supported Man United at that time. I probably
Nah,
switched
you're a
teams.
sick one, man. Actually, you're a sick one. You're proper wronging. I can't lie.
I can't lie, proper sting me if I was in their position, though.
Yeah, it's mad.
Proper stings.
I won't lie to you. If I was a Tottenham fan, I'd want my team to keel over and let in 6.
Yeah,
Exactly, bro.
100%.
Hate is better than thingy, bro. I will spite my own face every time, bro.
100%.
All right, let's start. Hello and welcome to another episode of Ringside Fracas. Today we've got a very special episode because we've got the biggest fight of the year. It's only right that we bring you one of the biggest pods of the year. Tyson Fury takes on Oleksandr Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. This has been 25 years in the making. We haven't had an undisputed heavyweight world champion since Lennox Lewis, but finally we're here after some bumps in the road, some cuts in the face, some postponements, £10 million penalties. We're finally here. Fight week is upon us. One of the biggest fights of the year, one of the best fights of the year, and one fight that's got us all having stakes in it, all of us having bragging rights in it. So this is one that you're not going to want to miss. So just before I get into it, make sure that you click subscribe, share the video to people that you know enjoy boxing. Make sure you like. Make sure if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and you're listening on Spotify, give us 5 stars. And again, share the podcast around to people you know that enjoy boxing. Let's get into it. There's not much to I don't want to dilly-dally. Let's get straight into it. And like we've got a big cast. There's more people coming in, so don't worry. Not just us, as even bigger panel. It's a big panel we've got for a big fight. So let's go around the table. Adam, the Usyk super fan. Finally, it's time. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. Yeah, few delays, few mishaps here and there, but I think we finally got the fight coming. So proper excited for this Saturday.
And we've got the Usyk super fan on one side. Then we must have the Fury super fan on the other side. Oscar, how are you, bro? It's been a long time since you've been back on.
Yeah, probably the last time we spoke about Fury, but I'm here to, back my Gypsy King, bruv. I can't lie, yeah. We're here.
It's great to have you on, bro. And Jide, this is a fight you've always been interested in. This is a fighter in Tyson Fury that you've always been interested in. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Listen, it's the downfall of the gypsy fraud, man. I can't wait. It's the downfall of the gypsy fraud, man. Listen, all my hate stocks is on this fight, man, Saturday. And it's not because I don't think Fury's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but he's everything that's wrong with boxing, man. I need him dethroned. I need him gone. This is it. Let's fucking go.
Let's get straight into it. I mean, yeah, Tyson Fury takes on Oleksandr Usyk in Saudi Arabia for the undisputed heavyweight titles. Tyson Fury, he's the WBC plus lineal heavyweight champion, and Oleksandr Usyk is the WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO, and ring heavyweight champion. Both undefeated. Both have reached the pinnacle of the sport at one point in their careers, and they're looking to do so again. What a fight we've got on our hands. So much to talk about, so many things to begin with. But let's get into kind of how we got about here in terms of how long it took us. Of course, the fight was meant to happen February 18th. Unfortunately, it got postponed due to a cut to Tyson Fury's face occurred in sparring. And then it got postponed 2 months later to 2 or 3 months later till May 18th. But finally, we're here. It's done. But what were your thoughts on, and I'll come to you, Adam, first. What were your thoughts on the kind of process to get this fight? The way, last year you had all those negotiations that failed, and then you had this year where it got postponed, and a lot of people kind of doubting whether or not we're going to get the fight or not. What's your kind of thoughts on how we got here?
So plain and simple, I think Fury has tried to use every escape tactic in the book. And he's used up all of his cards, and that's it. It's either retire or fight Usyk. There's no way he could run, and he's even tried to postpone, I believe, with whatever happened with the cut. And but that's it. The show is finally happening. The cameras are all on. It's fight week, and he's gonna have to go and step in that ring. And I think he's gonna. All of this avoided and stuff, he's going to feel the anxiety in that ring more than anyone. Of course, as a fighter as well, but it's like running away from something for so long and then finally having to face it. You've just built up that avoidance, and I can't wait personally. I think it's going to be a really good fight, and it's a fight that's going to continue the great amount of boxing we've had in 2024 so far.
Yeah, perfectly well said. I'll come to you, Oscar. Obviously, on the other side, you've got Fury, and there's so many narratives being formed since the failed negotiations, and then the Ngannou fight kind of pushing it back, because obviously it was signed during the Ngannou fight, and then obviously what happened because of the Ngannou fight pushed it back, and then another pushback because of the cuts. What was it like being a Fury fan? Hearing all of these narratives, and what's your kind of response to all of that?
Well, yeah, that's one side. If you look at it, Adam said what he had to say, but if you look back, when the fight was originally meant to happen, I believe 2022 December, I felt like it was Usyk that was running. He was trying to say he wanted to be with his family, injury, there's a war going on, he wants to take part in. There were so many excuses that, and originally I felt like he wanted to fight in December, and then something happened. I don't know what happened. So looking at it from that way, we have to step a bit further back and go back to who originally started this kind of slow process. But we're here. Fight week, we're ready. I feel like everyone's excited. I know I am, and only one man's gonna win.
Yeah, Jide, you've been shaking your head the whole time. Anything you want to rebuttal with?
Shameless. Disgusting. Absolute disgusting. This fight should have happened 4 years ago. Easy. Initially, when it was first hinted at that the fight might happen, obviously it was the AJ Fury debacle where Fury fucked the fight where we could have had undisputed. That didn't happen, so Usyk AJ happened. Usyk beat AJ, fine. And then Usyk said, I want to fight Fury next. And what did that bum do? Oh, no. Oh, I got to fight my mandatory. WBC, help me out. They gave him a bullshit Dillian White mandatory, which is fine. It's a mandatory. He does it. Done what he needed to do. Then Usyk's like, okay, cool. We both don't have any fights. Let's fight. Oh, no. You got to give me 500 million before I fight Usyk. He's a blown up middleweight. Then he goes and drags on the negotiations. This was in like 2021, by the way. Drags the negotiations through the mud, asking for the most ridiculous stuff. The next thing you know, a fight with Doughboy gets made in like 3 seconds. Oh, I'm just helping out a mate, Obviously, we go way back. I'm giving him some change before he retires. Let me help him out. So he fights Doughboy. Again, that's another delay to the fight. You saying, he said he couldn't fight in December because he had a very short turnaround. Fury does this thing, yeah, which Floyd used to do as well, is when a man is chasing you, you now call them out when they have a fight or right after they've just fought. It makes no sense. He needs time to recover and then get into camp. He told you, I won't be able to fight you in December. That's what he tried to do with AJ, and we all know what happened there. AJ has to sign a contract in 24 hours, but that's a different story. He didn't have time. He said, listen, let me recover in December and we can go at it. And that's exactly what he did. And Fury's like, well, you lost your chance. What chance? If we're going to fight, it has to be on my terms. It has to be 70-30. He just keeps making it extremely difficult. Undisputed could have happened in 2021. Fury made it impossible to happen in 2021. It could have happened in 2022. Again, Fury stopped it from happening in 2022. We entered in 2023. Thank you, Turkey Al-Sheikh. He came in and said, listen, I will put the bread up. Let's fight. Tyson Fury said, well, there's a couple guys I can fight. I might fight Ngannou, could fight Usyk, could fight AJ. remember at the time when he said that, I told everyone the name that's funky there is Ngannou, and that's probably the fight that's gonna happen. And what? Lo and behold, Ngannou and Fury happened, and Ngannou beat the crap out of your boy, punched him up.
No one agrees with that loss. Anyway,
Punched him up.
we're here. Fight week, we're
Punched him
here.
up. And then the guy
He's
pretends,
gotten.
and then the guy pretends he got cut in sparring so he could get a few more weeks to lean up. You see how lean Fury is right now? He was not lean like that in February.
He's
Because
looking
he knew
great.
he's not ready.
He's looking great. He's looking in great shape.
He knew he wasn't ready, and that's just what it is. Fury is a shit house. Fury is what I'm saying. He's wrong. He's everything wrong with boxing. He does everything to get his advantage, to get a leg up on his opponents, so he can make sure. He's so scared of losing, like Floyd was. He's so petrified of losing, and he knows Usyk's a better boxer than him, more
I think he's
coordinated.
more obsessed with winning, but yeah, if you
He's better boxer than him, more coordinated than him, extremely dangerous, way more volume than him. Usyk is everything Fury hates in a fighter. The Fury of the last 5-6 years, he likes to lean on guys, put his weight on him, just have a standing target there where he can load up and punch up and pretend he's the 6'8" Muhammad Ali. But the reality is, Usyk is not going to give you that. Fury will have to fight every minute of every round. So, which is why he did all this to give him as much time to prepare for this fight. And you know what? I didn't like it, but I'm actually glad, because when Fury loses, I want no excuses. Zero excuses. So that bum has dragged this fight. He's dragged this fight out for 3 years. Yeah, we're here now. Saturday is the dethroning of the Gypsy Fraud. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
You know what it is? In terms of the excuses, they've started already, because especially in the media outlets, I'm starting to see the best version of Fury beats Usyk, and they're starting to plant this in people's minds.
Simon Jordan.
Yeah,
that fake boxing fan.
Simon Jordan needs to stop talking boxing completely. I'm sorry, but he does not understand boxing, and I think it's pathetic that they're trying to push forward that notion already. Okay, he's looked bad against Ngannou, but no one told Fury to delay this fight for so long that he's gone past his prime. And no one's told him really to not look after his body and be a professional. People are forgetting Usyk is older than Fury, really and truly. Yeah. And Usyk is a fighter who needs youth on his side more than Fury stylistically as well. This is the guy that focuses on output. He focuses on his footwork, moving in and out, stuff which really favor the younger guy than the older man. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just coming to the comments. Adil says, God willing, the fat cokehead loses spectacularly to Usyk. Can't see it, but God willing. I think
God's the greatest, man. He's gonna deliver. Believe me.
Jide, you're gonna like this one. 505 Shy says, Ra Jide biceps. Yeah, okay. Don't gas him up, please. Yeah. Last thing you need.
I'm in the lab, man. Listen, Miami in 3 months. I'm in the lab. I'm in the lab.
I see it.
Hey, Naeem, are you frozen? Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, my side.
Yeah, you're striking a pose for like 5 minutes now.
Yeah, because you lot were talking. What do you want me to do? I'm not gonna shout in.
No, you're frozen.
You're frozen, bro.
Am I frozen? My laptop is working.
We can hear you, but the camera's not working.
Yeah.
Is it working now?
No, still the same pose, bro.
Okay, I'll come back in a bit. Let me just do this. So, saying Usyk wanting to fight for his country. Is the comment showing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Comments are coming.
Saying Usyk wanting to fight for his country was him running from the Fury fight. Is crazy hate. Salute. He's talking to you, Oscar, saying that him running.
It wasn't even just that. It was a culmination of all the excuses he had in one. It was, he wanted to spend time with his kids. He has an injury that he's working. Like it wasn't just that. It was just that was a part of it as well.
But if he's injured, what can he do? The same way we had to postpone the fight for Fury's
all
cup.
Boxers carry injury. I bet he's injured now. I bet Fury's carrying something. They're all carrying. Yeah, you're back. Yeah. They're all carrying injuries, bro. And he literally had a sparring match with AJ. Like, what injury?
No, you can't say that, bro.
it was sparring, bro. I'm sure you've even said it in the chat.
No, that's honestly, that's disrespectful. It wasn't as far. The second fight was a lot more And you got to remember, it's not just the fight itself, but the camp leading
Yeah,
up.
of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
If he's injured, he can take drugs like Fury.
Hilarious.
Yeah, there's that Nandrolone thing that's always looming over
Yeah.
his head, but let's not get
You know,
into that
that's
because it's a bit of a dark topic for certain people.
Mm.
But look, with the fight, I feel like it's a great fight. It's taken a while, obviously, to get here. There's been a lot of bumps in the road, but we're finally, we've got to appreciate as boxing fans, we're finally here. Even though it's in Saudi Arabia, if we're being honest, we wanted this to be in the UK because I think this is a fight that the UK fans would appreciate. But look, it's in Saudi Arabia. We accept it as long as it's happening. It's one way or the other that it's finally here. One thing I wanted to pose to you between the two of them is a question for everyone. So I'm going to come to you individually. Here are some of their notable wins, the names that they have. Who has the best win? So the best name on their record, and who has the more, in your opinion, the better overall resume? So not just heavyweight resume, but overall. So I'll list off Furies first. So Tyson Fury's beaten Wilder twice, beating Klitschko, Dylan White, Otto Wallin, Chisora 3 times, and Christian Hammer. There's loads of other names in there, but to me, they're not really that notable, if we're being honest. Like, those are the kind of more notable names that he has on his record. And then Oleksandr Usyk on the other side. He's got AJ twice, Marius Bridis, Murat Gassiev, Marco Huck, Glowacki, Daniel Dubois, Tony Bellew, and Michael Hunter. So I'll come to you, Jide, first. Who has the best win, name, etc., and who has the best overall record?
Well, the best individual win will have to go to Tyson Fury, dethroning Vladimir Klitschko's 10-year reign. That you just can't take that away from him. Away from home, Germany was a shit fight, but boxed his head off. But if you're telling me depth of resume, it's Usyk, and in recent years, it's Usyk again. Because if we're gonna say AJ's probably the second best heavyweight of this era, obviously you can't. Oh, maybe let me not even say second. It might be second, it might be first. I don't know. I'm just talking heavyweights. Obviously, Usyk's the best, in my opinion, the best fighter in both weight classes of this era. But if we're talking just heavyweights, it's probably AJ's 1 or 2, depending on who you ask. Obviously, people will say Tyson Fury, some will say AJ. Deontay Wilder's out of that conversation, like, based on his resume, it's just not even close. However, Usyk's outclassed him, AJ, the first fight, and the second fight, he basically showed him levels. He went late, and he stepped up again and he beat him. So you can say he outclassed him twice. And if he's able to do that to an Olympic champion, gold medalist, 2-time unified champion, who's only been embarrassed by you, then yeah, it's in terms of like recent activity, it's 1,000,000% Usyk. But if you're gonna tell me individual win, it's Fury. Depth of resume, it's Usyk. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jide. I can't lie. I feel like Wilder's win is aging like milk right now, boy. The more he starts fighting, the more the more bad he looks every fight. I think he's aging like milk. I feel like if he kept to a certain level, I could have maybe had a better argument. But yeah, I agree with Jide. Can't lie. On both fronts.
Adam?
Yeah, I agree with the rest of the room. I think the manner in which Usyk has taken these fights as well, and being on road every single time, like he's visited every corner of the globe and beat the man over there. You have to take that into consideration as well. And for him to unify cruiserweight division in the fashion he has in the Super 6 series, where you can't duck anyone at all, you have to fight the best. You have to give the depth of resume to Usyk on this one.
Yeah, but I perfectly agree with all of you that the Klitschko is probably the best win. That version of Fury that fought Klitschko was one of, a very, very good fighter.
That's his best. That version of Fury, if you gave me that version of Fury, I'll probably favor him against Usyk because he was elusive enough. It will still struggle, but he had enough legs and he was elusive enough where you could win a very shit fight.
You don't see the shape this boy's in, bro. He's coming. He's coming.
He can't do that. Listen, he can't do that. He can't do that for 12 rounds anymore. He just can't. He's not 25 years old.
That's the point that I was going to come on to next. Is one of the narratives that I kind of also see it. I believe it, and I think that this is what the case is obviously when Tyson Fury fought Klitschko, he looked, like you said, he looked amazing. He was so awkward to deal with, and he was, all gassing on all, not gassing, but he was on all firing on all cylinders for 12 rounds in such a hard prospect, such a hard fighter to beat. But then when you saw that Deontay Wilder first fight, where he tried to fight similar, and Wilder caught him. I think even he knows that the 2015 version of him would have thumped up Wilder and not let him touch him at all. And the fact that he got dropped twice, and one of them was really hard. Like he does get caught here and there, but not really like that in those positions that he got caught against Deontay Wilder, especially someone that sometimes is a bit limited like Deontay Wilder. It kind of proved to him that his legs aren't there for 12 rounds where he can be as elusive as he could have been before, as he was before, because the substance abuse, the body abuse, going up to 500 pounds or however much weight he added onto his body for how many years, and then coming back down, that takes a toll on his body, and he had to adapt his style to a way of coming forward and being able to take guys, because he is a big guy. He may not be the biggest puncher, but a big guy like that, if he punches you, it's gonna hurt. He's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hurt. And I think he kind of recognized that in the Wilder 1 fight, where he went over to the Kronk gym, established that style upon himself, and then went forward and took out Wilder. And I think like Oscar said, the Wilder win's kind of aging like milk, because it's when we've seen now Wilder fight off the back foot, and he really struggles. And I think that kind of flattered Fury a bit, but it doesn't take away from the win. I think the second Wilder win was one of the better heavyweight wins of the in the modern era, because he just completely beat the crap out of him.
It was destructive. It was beautiful.
Yeah. But then the third fight happened, and you saw the regression in Fury, where he just I think it was the first knockdown where he just walked forward into Wilder's shots when Wilder backed up into the ropes, and it just looked weird because it didn't seem like he had his legs under him before the punch landed even. And I think you've seen that, and the reason he won that fight was because he's tough, and also because he had more in the tank left in than Wilder. Wilder's completely gassed, because remember, Wilder came up to a big weight that he was never at for that weight, and he gassed out pretty quickly. But then we saw Dillian Whyte, and he looked good. I thought he looked good against Dillian Whyte, but it was also partly because Dillian Whyte looked really shocking. We got to be honest, and Dillian Whyte looked shocking in that fight. He's looked shocking ever since. Lost, in my opinion, to Jermaine Franklin, and then hasn't done anything since then. Then he fought Derek Chisora, which, if we're all going to be honest, that was a nothing fight. I was in Bangladesh watching that fight, and I was thinking, I feel like I got robbed. I wasn't even paying. So,
let me get back to my fish, man.
Bro, we can have an undisputed fight right now, bro.
But I hear you.
That's it. And then, but then he had the Ngannou fight, and we all of us, there's no one on the planet who had a sensible mind ever thought Ngannou was going to do anything to him. Let's be real. No one ever thought Ngannou was going to touch him. Everyone thought Fury was going to walk him down and knock him out.
Yeah.
In that fight, you saw so many deficiencies. You saw him trying to put a rhythm to his legs. He couldn't get his legs into. He needed to get into a rhythm, and he couldn't do it. So he was throwing the same shots again and again. And when he did that, Ngannou clocked on, threw that left hook, and put him down. If he does that against Usyk, and he needs to push his legs into a rhythm, Usyk's going to have fun with him all day. Usyk's footwork is vastly superior. Usyk's IQ is superior. It's just the thing of, can he overcome the reach? Is Tyson Fury able to use his physical advantages like he's always been using, but here in this fight properly against a boxer that will take away all of those advantages, that is smart enough to take away all those advantages, that is quick enough to close the distance, that is that's got the footwork and the angles to make it a long night for him, to make him use his legs. I'm not sure, but like Oscar said, he's lost a lot of weight for this fight. He looks in much better shape than he did against Ngannou. So I do believe he's going to look better than the Ngannou fight. But that being said, when was Tyson Fury's last best performance that you think could be enough to beat Usyk? Because in my opinion, I think that last performance was probably maybe Wilder 2.
Yeah,
that's it. I think that's the last time you saw Fury have a performance that maybe could have beaten, maybe can beat Oleksandr Usyk. Adam, you shook your head. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think the only way Fury could beat Usyk stylistically is the version we've seen with Vlad. And with Tyson Wilder #2, don't get me wrong, it was one of the better performances of the generation of heavyweights. He done that in dominating fashion, but it was a style he brought forward that was perfect to deal with Wilder, where he was on the front foot, he had Wilder going on the back foot. He couldn't do something like that to Usyk because I don't think Fury has the power to trouble Usyk. We've seen Usyk in the ring with much bigger punches and be able to last. He's lasted 24 rounds with AJ and he dealt with Dubois' power comfortably, in my opinion. I don't think Fury has the skill set to come forward and to actually close off Usyk and do well. Usyk will just pick him apart in terms of punching, moving out, and then bringing the fight to him and coming in and out of distance. And the reason why we saw Fury resort to that is because, quite plain and simple, his legs are gone. Even though he's lost the weight that he has now, I think once your legs go, that's it. You can't turn back time and bring your legs back. So, like I said, I think the version that can beat him is the Vlad one. His performance against Wilder was like superb, but it's not the style that would get him the victory against Usyk. And styles make fights in boxing.
Yeah, perfectly well summed up. One thing that kind of came out today from this kind of fight week, which I want to get your take on, Oscar, because a lot could have happened because of this. John Fury headbutting a random member of Team Usyk, and then he headbutted him, but then somehow John Fury's head was the one that was cut. What's your take, Oscar, on John Fury?
I think John Fury is a nutcase, man. I can't lie. He's a nutcase. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I just feel like he's a nutcase, and Fury Tyson needs to stop bringing him with him, because it could. I was saying in the chat before, like, it was probably Usyk trying to duck the fight, but when I've seen the video, I'm like, this guy, what's going on? Like, yeah, I think he's literally just a nutcase, and I think even Fury's reaction, like looking at him, like, wow, like you're ruining a fight week that's meant to be one of the best, fight weeks in heavyweight boxing ever, if not the modern era. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've not much to say about that one.
Adam?
It looks bad, but at the same time, it's brought so much discussion to the fight that I think it's going to do well for the fight in the long term. It's all over social media. It's brought up a lot of talking points. At the end of the day, it is quite embarrassing. John Fury is an embarrassing figure, safe to say. And the Furies really like a cut, don't they? So that's all I can say on this case.
Yeah, I think, like you said, one of the kind of risks that were there was if these men don't, take it, if these men took that a bit more kind of like a bit more disrespectful, they could have prosecuted for that, because that's assault, 100%. And then they could have done anything,
especially in Saudi as well.
Yeah, and it could have gone even worse than what it is. Jide, I know you've got a lot of thoughts on John Fury. What the hell was that he did? I mean,
he's a weirdo. That's just literally what it is. He's a weirdo. He's a weird guy. He's like, he wants to, basically he's living his dream through Tyson. Because remember, it was a bare knuckle boxer, wasn't impressive. He used to lose a lot. The way he talks, you'd think he was some Tyson's, like it was flogging guys, but no, it was just some random Jippo bare knuckle boxer. It was just run of the mill. But yeah, he's living through his son. That's literally what it is. I agree with Adam. It's gonna sell the fight. The fight's gonna do a lot better now because of that incident. However, people like John Fury is dangerous because, if you notice, every time Tyson has a fight, he always slags off Tyson's trainers. He's always trying to make himself the main trainer of Tyson. He's always trying to put himself and plus himself as the face of the promotion, as the trainer, or as the manager. Or he's basically trying to mold Tyson Fury's career. And if Tyson's not careful, because Tyson's near the end of his career anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that kind of distraction is it might affect you in a bit. Like, Tyson must be thinking, what the fuck's going on? Like, I'm trying to focus. This is the biggest fight of my life, and you're out there making a fool out of yourself. It's gonna piss you off. So I feel like it's a distraction Tyson doesn't need. And they should probably tell him, listen, for the rest of the promotion, Franco and all these guys should tell him, listen, go to the back. You're not allowed to like talk on a mic. You can't do anything. Just chill.
Yeah.
Because Tyson needs to lock in. This is the biggest fight of his career. So
Yeah. And also, like I said at the start of the pod, this is a big fight. So we've got a big panel and we've got Sams joining us. Sams, how are you, bro?
Yeah, not bad, my guys, man. What are you saying?
Bro, big fight week. How are you feeling for this?
Normal, man. Normal. So it's like happy we're here because to be honest with you, a bit that jaded thinking, is it actually gonna run? Is it not gonna run? So even though we're here, apparently I'm a bit like let's wait till Thursday.
Yeah, it's kind of got that feeling where it's like we're still, because of the amount, like we were talking about, because the amount of bumps in the road that they've been with this fight, especially this fight, it's kind of hard to believe that it will happen. And it's kind of one of those fights where unless they get in the ring, you ain't believing it until you see them both in the ring squaring off against each other.
Yeah, literally. I feel like the hype's been killed around it as well because of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because we were all ready for February, and then kind of 2 weeks out from the fight, it was kind of
deflated, man. Super deflating.
And because they postponed it, they didn't postpone it that long. It's hard to build that hype back up again as much as you did beforehand. So yeah, you're right about that.
That's where you got to thank John Fury because
I was going to say, yeah. I feel like the hype definitely did die down, but I think the incident today kind of brought it back up a bit.
Yeah. Speaking of that incident, Sams, did you catch what John Fury did at Fight Week?
He's a waste, man. Well, an arse, a waste, man. He needs to go and sit down and flipping, like, get some sort of like something in his life is not right, man. Like, I don't understand why you're just there moving like you're like you're trying to live for your son, or you can do it in so many different ways, and you're just moving mad. Like it's not even at this point. It's like, bro, you actually headbutted the kid, basically. Yeah. And on top of it, it was the smallest. You squared about 10 people. You headbutted the smallest guy.
The smallest guy there, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and if you want to live, we've seen, dads.
And how do you headbutt someone and bust your own head?
Fury's like a cut, man. I'm telling you, they like getting cut, bro.
And I was saying, so there are some dads that live through their sons. For example, Bill Haney. Again, a lot of people don't like him, but he lives vicariously through Devin. And you've got guys like AJ's dad, who you see him always at the fights afterwards. Kind of living through vicariously through his son, kind of enjoying the experience. But with John, there's always that kind of antics. When they're at the KSI fight, him punching the steel thing.
It takes it to the next level, isn't it? Like he just does too much. Like,
it's a nutcase.
I feel like once or twice here and there, like, all right, cool, it's funny, like Robert Guerrero's dad type thing, or like all these other guys, Lopez's dad, whatever. But come on, every time it's like we're just looking like you're a clown now.
Yeah. And it could have gone much worse than what actually happened, because there's so much. I think no one's gonna take action yet, but a lot of some things could have popped off, and that fight could have been done. So
yeah, that's what literally I was thinking to myself. Here we go. Probably the fight's gonna get locked off now, some way somehow.
Yeah.
Speaking of the fight, what are your kind of takes on? What are your pre-thoughts about Fury taking on Usyk?
Nothing's changed, bro. Nothing's changed. I personally think we're gonna get a stink fest. 12 round Fury easy decision. Like it might be. I personally do think that we're gonna get a boring fight. Fury's gonna lean on him. I'm the big guy. I'm gonna like tie you up. You're not gonna get your volume off like that. And I'm just gonna hold you down and then bore it out and stink it out. Load up a fight.
So similar to kind of Klitschko-esque, so the tactics that he kind of used for that is what you're expecting here, basically.
Yeah. I do think he's gonna have to fight in spurts because obviously he's not as young as he used to be. He's not as light on his feet, but he has that ability to tie you up and slow a fight right down. And at the end of the day, Fury is not Fury. Like he's not number one for no reason in the division. Like he's actually got skills, and I think people kind of forgetting that bit now as well, where they talk about Usyk's prowess and so forth. Like as far as I'm concerned, weight divisions are for a reason. He is a big guy. He's grown to weight, but it's a different kettle of fish when someone hits you back that actually doesn't respect your weight.
Yeah, but Fury's not a puncher though.
Doesn't matter, man. Everyone heavyweight punches.
Boy, he's tasted Dubois, who's a puncher. He's tasted AJ, who's a puncher.
Everyone in heavyweight punches. yeah, and has enough to keep someone honest. Someone like the bar is throwing punches and shots, and they talk about AJ again throwing shots that's in front of your face. You see it coming. Like Fury has a lot of ability to throw punches. That I'm not saying he's a banger at all, but he has enough to keep you honest. Once you've got enough to keep it honest, all of a sudden you don't want to shoot no more. It's all fun. It's all as Javante Davis said, it's all fun and games when people are shooting, but what happens when the bullets are coming back?
You would know a lot about that, Mr. Ducker.
Oh god.
Just going to the comments. Spurs Unfiltered says, big up Spurs. You got this tomorrow. Big up you lots.
Mate.
Yeah.
Oh mate. We don't got it. We ain't got it. Hope not.
You got it. No, don't listen to Oscar. Spurs, you got it tomorrow. Tyson, for his own career, should have taken this fight 2 to 3 years ago. What do we think about that? That he should have taken this fight 2 or 3 years ago.
Was the fight there 2-3 years ago?
It was. Remember the undisputed 2021.
Wait, how long ago was AJ Usyk?
2021.
2021.
Wow. This is a joke thing. I can't lie, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Fury delaying it is better for his career.
I think it's better for him.
Usyk was lighter in 2021. He wasn't 37 years old. His feet were still there. Like, I'm not saying he's lost his feet, but bro, the way he fights, youth is his advantage.
Yeah.
When you're 37, it's not going to be the same. So if Fury fought him when he was 34, he's getting his head caned in. I'm just not going to lie to you. Like, he's getting...
I'm sorry, man. I'm still the same rhetoric. I have the same rhetoric that I had with AJ versus Usyk. Yeah. If you have a mindset that you are better than this guy and truly believe you'll beat this guy, and you are shaped like AJ Pauls or shaped like Tyson Fury, like dimensions wise and the rest of it, you win the fight.
I think you sell this guy down way too small. He's 6'3", 6'4". He's 220. He's a big guy, bro.
I'm not disputing this. I'm not disputing this.
But it's not just about him being big. He sets angles really well. Like you box, like you spar. That's why I'm so shocked. Like his angles.
And I'm saying quality and the rest of it. Yes, elite. I totally agree. But when you're talking about elite, yeah, these are like AJ's elite, Fury's elite, Usyk's elite. I don't see Usyk as a super demigod that people.
I agree with that.
And that's where it falls out.
I agree with that.
I think Usyk beats a lot of the guys in the division for sure. But I think if you put him up there with all of them, he has a lot more harder fights than the way people talk him out to be. I'm not trying to dismiss Usyk or trying to put him down, but I don't think he's as great as everyone talks him out to be. Like, I think, as far as I'm concerned, this demigod shouldn't be having the troubles he had with Chisora, shouldn't be having the troubles he had with the bar, shouldn't be having troubles with. Yeah, like the list goes on for me. And each and every time, I see faults. I see someone that doesn't like it for the body. I see someone who bitches out a bit. He complains a bit. He likes a cute fight. And if it gets a bit rough, he looks for. You can see his heart is there to be broken. If you've got someone who truly believes in themselves, that delusional belief, someone like a Fury, if AJ had that confidence that he looked in the mirror and said, "I am AJ," he takes him out. He takes him out, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Okay.
I'm glad you touched on the Dubois fight. So that's another narrative, another side of the narrative of these fights. Obviously, when you have a big fight like this, there's so many narratives to go. Is he weak to the body, and is that something a big 6'9" guy like Fury should be doing? Is going down to the body? Oscar, I'm going to come to you first. Is that something that Fury should be doing?
Yeah, 100%. But even outside of that, I feel like alone in the heavyweight division, I feel like Usyk has not been great in his heavyweight campaign. Witherspoon, okay, he's meant to win that fight. Derek Chisora, I feel like he went life or death with Derek Chisora. He won the fight, but it wasn't as convincing as I thought it was going to be. AJ, going back to what Sam said, if AJ had confidence in himself, I felt like he could have won as well. And I feel like even this AJ now, with this confidence, with this mindset, he could definitely take out Usyk now. And now we're here with the guy that's arguably better than all of those guys that he's fought on his heavyweight campaign so far. So yeah, definitely going back to what you said as well. Yeah, he definitely needs to clinch up, go to the body as well. But outside of that, I just don't think that Usyk's heavyweight campaign has been that great.
Adam, your thoughts on going to the body for Fury?
So I don't know any fighter that likes it to the body. It's like if you hit someone with a good body shot, they're gonna be hurt. So for people to say he's specifically weak to the body for me, it seems like they're trying to find any sort of weakness to latch on for
Nah,
Usyk.
man. Like people don't like it to the body. No one likes the body. No one likes a body shot. Yeah.
No one likes a body shot, bro.
But the way
only
people
times
deal
he's
with a
been
body
shot-
shot,
The only
the way
times he's
people
been
deal with a
shot-
body shot is two different things, man.
Say that again, sorry.
The way people deal with body shots is two different things. Like you can take it to the body and you can see, yeah, cool, you're taking a good shot. That I can appreciate it and keep it stepping. This guy starts bitching out every time he needs a break. Like he needs that break.
Personally, from what I saw in Dubois, he ate a lot of body shots from Dubois, and he looked fine. Like if you rewatch the fight, there was a lot of body shots he ate. Dubois
He went down for 5 minutes.
but that's the one that was a low blow, arguably. If you guys want to say it's a
he
low
called
blow,
every single shot a low blow. They weren't low blows, as far as I'm concerned.
nah. There was the one main one. where
The
he
shot
fell
that
down.
dropped him is a low blow. Like
That there was a low blow.
There's a
Like
low
when
blow.
you see where the punch started, it clearly hits a box and moves
Well,
the team.
well,
I don't say a different
I don't
referee
think that's
that a different
I
referee
don't think that's the
that
point.
counts.
I don't think that's the personally. I don't think that's the point. I don't even think it's that relevant whether it lacks into the body or not. He's like I said, he's a heavyweight division. He's getting punched by big guys. I'm sure it hurts. However, when is the last time you saw Fury go to the body? Because someone just pointed out to me.
That's another, yeah.
When was the last time Fury went to the body? If Fury, even Dylan White goes to the body way more than Fury, and he's just all over the place. If you can show me when Fury targeted,
If you are now trying to make an argument to say that Fury, who actually is one of the most skilled heavyweights of our generation,
bro, you can be
does
skilled,
not have
but
the
you don't-
ability, does not have the ability to go to the body,
So
then
Muhammad Ali-
your
Muhammad
bias
Ali-
is
It's
shining
not
through.
biases. But listen. You can't. You're doing what ifs. I can only look at what's actually what you actually do. Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest fighters ever. He's not known as a body puncher. He rarely ever went to the body.
I'm not, but
He was a
listen,
headhunter.
you don't need to be the body snatcher to be able to
Fury
hit
is
the body.
extremely skilled, but I'm just saying when he's 6'8", he's big,
And
long arms.
we've seen Fury
long
present so
arms.
many different styles
And then
over the years
but,
when necessary.
okay, but
Not
how
every
many
fighter
fighters
pulls out
with
everything Arsenal.
how many fighters with
Mayweather's got a
long
great
arms?
body shot, but he does
Wait,
fight
how
when
many
needed.
fighters with long arms are known to go to the body?
Oh, you're going with the science. You know what?
It's facts though. I'm just saying. How many? When?
It's another thing, yeah. No. That's a good point, yeah.
It's
Long
facts.
arms, one
All
thing.
right, cool. Off the same argument, off literally the same argument. Yeah.
Go on.
Devin Haney is not a body puncher. He absolutely
Yeah, he's
tore
not.
up Loma's body, and he's got long arms, massive, insane reach.
And again, off with the same thing. Devin Haney going to the body and Fury going to the body.
Your whole science just now.
It's
got
not, no.
debunked.
The whole science didn't collapse because we've seen Devin Haney go to the body. He went to the
He's got a
body.
body.
He went to the body against my man. What's his name? The one Loma punched up. Linares. Yeah, Devin Haney went to the body in that fight multiple times.
No,
I have not seen Fury go to the
most
body.
Of the
Fury go to the body.
prodigies.
I have not seen Fury go to the body.
Most of the Mayweather, actually, I have. I've seen Fury does the same thing as well. A lot of these guys do the same stab.
Okay,
the same
name the guy. Name the guy.
Shot.
I just named Linares. I just named Linares. Name the fight that Fury went to the body.
The same stab body shot that they all do when they set up
stab
behind the
body
jab.
shot.
Yeah, is what Mayweather prodigies do. Yeah, which is what Devin Haney normally does.
Stab body. When does Fury do stab body?
Fury was doing it as Wilder to slow him down. He was doing it as Wilder.
Why does the fucking?
I knew that was coming. I knew he was trying to set that one up. I knew Jide was trying to set that one up.
It's Wilder. The guy. Is Wilder
against Cunningham? Against Cunningham.
He didn't. Against Cunningham, he leaned on him. He literally leaned on him.
Yeah, and he was hitting
held him down.
He was leaning
Against Cunningham, he held him down. He didn't go to the body.
He didn't go to the body.
He literally just held the guy down and then just weighed on him.
We can run it back.
We'll run it back. We'll go watch the fights. I'll go watch the fight back. I'm so curious because this Tyson Fury, this bum ass guy is not a body puncher.
Bum ass guy.
He's not a body puncher.
He couldn't hold it.
He's an arm puncher. He doesn't put meat into his shots. Pause. He's an arm puncher. What he's great at. He's got great footwork, elite footwork, great at judging distance, and is elite with the feints. Now, when you compare that to the guy he's fighting, Usyk has also got elite footwork, Usyk is also elite with the feints. Usyk's got way more volume than him. Usyk is just is more coordinated than him because he's smaller. That's just science. It's just your body's physiology. So you're fighting a guy more coordinated than you, faster than you, can throw better shots than you because Fury's not good at throwing punches. Is like he's got better feet than you. The only way Tyson Fury wins this fight is if Usyk somehow jams.
No,
Literally jams and he bites.
I agree. I think the only way he could win is if Usyk has overtrained himself with the camps. I don't.
You guys' bias is scary.
yeah,
Man.
it's crazy.
No,
Bias. Bro, you're here saying Tyson Fury forced to the body. Listen, shall I say what it is?
I literally said I didn't say he's a body snatcher, but and again, once again, a lot of these fighters on the day when they need to put out their bag of tools and look and think, okay, what do I see him play here today? They put it out the bag. Many a time,
Fury's great at that as well. He's great at that. And we've seen
us
it.
that. He has shown us he has to fight the front foot, has to fight the back foot, has to be rough and rugged, he has to fight cute. He's shown us all. If you don't believe that, if you believe that guy doesn't have the ability to go to the body, then where?
Usyk's shown the same thing over and over again. The same thing.
Listen, like I agree with you. Every boxer can throw to the body, but again, there's throwing to the body and there's doing it with intent, being coordinated with it. Like, bro, when you're in the pocket with Usyk and you're trying to throw to his body, if he, with his long ass arms, if he throws a stupid shot, it will get caught. He will get countered. Fury will be worried about that. You're acting like Floyd says it best. Listen, we know Floyd's got long arms, yeah? But Floyd is this is why these guys ain't Floyd. What he does is with his elbows, he blocks where your counter's coming from, so he can throw his little shots. His shell is there, he's defensively astute. Fury's not got any of that. Fury's not defensively astute.
I think he's going to run Fury's fights back.
Been dropped.
I don't know.
Fury's been dropped 8 times. Fury's been dropped 8 times.
Okay.
Fury gets caught. This is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, Usyk, but Usyk's got better defense than him. Way better defense than him. It's not even close. It's not even close. If you're going to talk about defense, about guys getting hit, Usyk doesn't get hit nearly half as much as Fury. That's not even
go and just go and put up ages. Go and do a comparison.
You can do a comparison.
Just go and do a quick mugshot of Usyk at the end of a lot of fights. And
Usyk's only been dropped and hurt to the body. Fury's been hurt to the head constantly.
And what happened?
8 times.
And what's happened all 8 times? And
he came back.
The worst bit is you're not enforcing me to be the biggest Fury fan, which I'm not.
Ngannou, no, he came back against Ngannou, man. My boy, man, he got a win against Ngannou. What a win, man! And then Deontay Wilder that just got completely bamboozled by Joseph Parker. What a win, man! No,
this
man,
is propaganda of the highest degree.
It's not propaganda, man. Listen, I'm giving him his ratings, man, bro. What a win, man! Steve Cunningham. When Fury was 25 years old, Steve Cunningham coming up to heavyweight, landed a shot on him. What's his name? Nelvin Pikic. What a win, man. Hey, Tyson Fury. Nelvin Pikic dropping you and these, man. Oh, man. Elite defense, man. Greatest defensive fighter of all time.
Wow.
Listen,
a man went back to
him
12 years ago to make a point. That is
scary. I said Ngannou. I said what? I said what's it called? I said Ngannou. I said Pikic. I said Cunningham. Wilder's there. Listen, all I'm saying is, where are you on Saturday night? I need to be with you. My brother, Samson.
Wait, hold on. Let's get this rule twisted, rule ironed out nice and straight, yeah? I don't have a horse in this one.
I know you don't, but I'm still going to troll.
You can't troll me. I don't care. I don't want Fury to win. I don't want Fury to win, but I don't care if Usyk wins either. And I literally said to you guys, from back, I prophesized this. I said, you guys don't see the bigger picture here. And now look, not like us, it's happening in reverse. We've lost. We've lost. When you guys were advocating for Fury to beat Wilder, you didn't see the bigger picture. And now we are here. So I've made peace with this. I'm cool. When we get the movies and the statues in Trafalgar Square of Fury, you guys caused this.
How do we call it? Wait! It was your boy. It was your boy that stopped Undisputed. But that's a completely different.
You all caused this.
That's
you all caused it. You all played your part, and I hope you can sleep at night with it. Well done.
Going to the comments, Life of Bodge says Naeem wanted to call Fury a 6'9" god. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? All right.
That's elite. That comment is.
I've never said anything near that, but all right. But not much.
I'm dead.
Projecting own thoughts, but that's fine.
That's the best comment we've had.
And then Andrew Tockley says, Fury dropped Wilder to the body in the second fight, to be fair, but he's not a big body puncher, though. So there is that aspect. But it is harder for a taller fighter to always go to the body. It's not impossible. It's just much harder if you are the taller fighter compared to a shorter fighter. Like, for example, when AJ took on Ngannou, there's not that big of a height difference between them, but there still is a bit. And every time when he went down, he was opening himself open to the left hook. Same thing with Fury. Whenever he went down to the body against Wilder, it looks a bit.
That's if you're throwing the body shot. That's if you're throwing the body shot from distance. I don't expect that. I generally don't think I'm even going to care to watch the fight because I think it's going to be boring.
Ooh.
You're definitely going to watch. I think you're going to watch.
I want to watch it in the sense of, but I'm not excited for the fight. To me, this is going to be a boring stink fest. But the person gets crowned undisputed. Like I genuinely believe Fury is going to stink that house out, and we are going to get a low volume, tied up, rabbit punching, like every type of like foul taking place, and he's going to cruise away to victory. And Usyk, who doesn't have the mental fortitude, he can be broken. We're going to see a man break.
Based on what?
Based on what? Because when you look at his career, this guy doesn't know how to lose. Like, why do you?
Bro, he's never lost. He's never lost in the pros.
Errol Spence never lost until he spent Terence Crawford, man. Don't come out with that crap, man.
Every fight, he's been an away fighter. He's fought in everyone's hometown. Every single fight, he's been written off. No, but you're talking about mental fortitude.
I'm saying when you get up against a dance partner who has that grit between the teeth and bites down that.
So he's never had that. He's never had that.
As far as I know.
That is crazy. So when he fought,
if Fury loses to Usyk, would you say he?
If Fury loses to Usyk, if Fury loses to Usyk, he gets every accolade from me because I don't see it.
All right, you know what? I can't wait to come back to this.
I
can't wait to come.
I am the non-believer. Make me believer today. Make me believer.
No, you will, bro. Like, I'm so confident Usyk is winning this. Like, mad confident. I don't see a way Fury is going to win.
Like, it's so bad, that even with 2 losses on AJ, I still think AJ takes him out, slumps him.
Yeah, I agree.
He is not that guy. Okay. He's not really like that.
Honestly, like, I'm speechless, man.
I'm shocked, man.
And I'm not trying. And the thing is, I don't want to overdo it where it makes it seem like I'm trying to say he's not an elite guy, because he is an elite boxer. He's a schooled, polished fighter, great fighter. But he's not like that. Don't you dare put that guy's name in any kind of Mayweather's or any people that he's not like.
What Samson's doing, yeah? You see when he says he likes Crawford and he don't.
No. Everyone from back in the day, yeah, prior to the magnitude of Errol Spence knows that I've always liked Crawford. When he's come to UK, I was like, yeah, he's gonna slump up Ricky Burns. I've been here. I've been saying this. It's only because in that one lane, when it came to Spence thingy, I've always said, nah, Spence is my guy. Spence is going to take him out. And unfortunately, I was wrong. Cool.
All right, we're going to make it 2 in a row, bro. Don't worry.
And we've got Chris joining us. Chris, how are you, bro? Chris?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Man's
What's good,
eating,
lads?
man. Camera's on, bro.
What going? Hold on, my camera will go in a minute. I need to get into the light, bro. I'm in the dark right now.
Jeez, doing Kendrick Lamar vibes.
While Chris sorts out his camera, Samson, this one's for you. Sate says Samson's been humbled too many times recently, and he's still loud like this. What's your rebuttal?
Bro, we take losses, man. It's part and parcel of the game, bro.
What do you lot think about the Usyk's campaign, heavyweight campaign? Well, Adam and Jide. What do you lot think of it, though? That's what I want to know.
This is why I don't rate it.
The greatest campaign at heavyweight, but he's looked good so far. He's won every fight.
So, are you basing your confidence off
I think personally, you guys said that you thought he went life and death with Chisora. I saw Usyk not leave gear 1. I think he was just fighting as simple as possible. And when you look at who was hurt more during that fight, there was a point where Chisora was almost knocked down. Usyk never looked in trouble. He was guarding up. He was eating punches on the gloves. Of course, Chisora came in like a wrecking ball in the first couple of rounds. He just had to soak that up, and then that's it. It was a nice, easy cruise control win for him. Against AJ after that, you can't really. It was almost a faultless performance. He did really well against AJ. Was putting up crazy numbers in terms of punch volume for a heavyweight fight. So you can't. That was very impressive in my eyes. Daniel Dubois, despite there being like a wet canvas or whatever, and people said that he looked like he aged, I thought he fought a punch perfect fight. He was in control and dominated Dubois the whole fight. If there wasn't that low blow aspect, that argument where people were saying he got knocked down or whatever, let's just forget that for a second. If that wasn't in the fight, people would have said he put a punch perfect performance. He dominated Dubois from round 1 to the knockout.
And I'll echo like my assessment of his heavyweight campaign. It's been okay. It's been good. It's not like all time. It's been a good campaign. Like he came on against Chisora again. I agree. He fought my man. Chisora came just throwing bare shots. This is what Del Boy does, and he's just like the kind of fighter Usyk is. He just needs to adapt. He tries to first 3 rounds. He usually takes off. He's downloading data, seeing your patterns, and then obviously he was trying to feint against Del. Del was like Ngannou, doesn't bite to the feints. He's just like F this. I'm just gonna throw punches, which is what sold people to think this is some hell fight for him. It was a good fight, but it wasn't like some people talking like it's some 7-5 or some close fight. No, it was not that. It was just people didn't expect Del Boy to go in like that. Cool, let's put that out of the way. AJ dominated AJ, who has, like I said, is a top 2, top 3 heavyweight, probably 2, depending on how Fury looks and if him and Fury fight. We'll see when that arguments get answered. And then the Dubois fight, he was dominant. He was basically playing with his food in the first half of the fight. It was just like he was just landing shots. He wasn't rating Dubois. Dubois was doing very well, trying to keep up with the footwork. Then it's like people didn't clock here. When Dubois knocked him down with that body shot, that low blow, whatever, he came back up and he's like, fuck this guy. And he beat the shit out of him. He made Dubois quit with like, and it wasn't
because he had a 20-minute break, but yeah, go on.
or whatever you want. It wasn't a Joy Joyce. It wasn't a Joy Joyce. I jabbed your eye and I kept jabbing your eye and I made you quit. It was I beat the shit out of you. I made you quit. That's what people's like against Bradis. When Bradis hurt him to the body, go watch that fight. The cruiserweight. When Bradis hurt him to the body, man said, "All right, say nothing," and he beat the shit out of him. Like Gassiev beat the shit. It's like whenever you try to stick it on Usyk, this is what I'm saying about this mental fortitude that I'm not really understanding. Whenever anyone has stuck it on Usyk and hurt him, he gets his lick back all the time. The difference is Usyk's not a big puncher. He's not like an Inoue where you can say, ooh, like lands a shot and he throws your head back 20 meters. He gets his lick back all the time. So I'm just saying, like, let's see this fight. Because if Fury does what he does and hurts him, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Fury hurts him, so Usyk forces the fight. I agree with Samson, yeah. If Usyk doesn't force this fight, it's going to be a dead fight. It's going to be a snooze fest 12 rounds. However,
and that's what I also think plays into Fury's hands as well.
I agree with you. That will play into his hand. However, if Usyk says fuck it and forces the fight, first few rounds they can do the little fencing, the whatever they do. But after that, if he says, you know, I've read your pattern, now I'm gonna stick on you, it's going to be a great fight. And I think
that plays into. But I think front-footed Usyk.
I don't think it plays into.
Tyson
Fury said it himself. His hardest fight was Steve Cunningham. And Steve Cunningham isn't half the fighter Usyk is. And that's just a fact. It's not half the fighter he is. And he said that's his hardest fight. Why? Because he said he's small, his counters are quick, he's nimble, he's a moving target. So like we need to keep it true. Like Tyson Fury doesn't like fighting smaller guys. Not Dillian White, small, or Chisora, the flat-footed guys. We're talking movers. And who's the best mover in the division? Oleksandr Usyk. But anyway, man, listen, Saturday, I can't wait. Listen, I need to take annual leave this entire week after that fight because I am
Bro,
going
Adam's got £40 for me, but I want to send him my bank details just after.
Oh, I'm waiting for that. I can't wait. You wanna up it?
Bruv. Well, nah, don't try to do this on cam. Bro, man trying to do this. Man trying to do this.
Nah, he ain't upping it, bro. He's betting me.
Hey, you know
You're
what?
crazy.
Hey, Chris, you get your
Yeah,
money.
man. Everybody eats.
Yeah,
Man said
everybody eats.
everybody eats.
Everybody
you know?
eats. Everybody
Crazy.
eats.
Man, not
Get
getting through cost of living apparently up us back. That's
It's
scary.
mad. It's mad.
Everybody eats, bro.
I want to taste that PRS running, bro.
Bruv, I'm ready to take that 40, boy. I can't wait, fam. I can't wait.
Yeah, just make sure you pay it, and we don't have any issues. Yeah.
Ah,
No.
Yeah, that was nasty, you know.
Well, Chris, finally we got you on camera.
Yo.
What's your take on Fury versus Usyk?
Oscar's in trouble, man. That's my take, bro. Oscar's in big trouble. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great fight. I think it's gonna be a cagey first couple of rounds. I feel like Usyk has to kind of force the fight.
Yeah.
The odds are kind of stacked against him. The fans are against him. The crowd will probably be against him too. He needs to look like the more dominant fighter. It needs to appear like he's doing most of the work. So I think he's gonna try and force that through. But what I do see happening down the long run, I do have Usyk winning the fight by unanimous decision or split decision, one of the two. I can't see a knockout, but the reason I think he's gonna win is because I think he's gonna drown out Fury. I feel like over the years, Fury's obviously we know he's thrown fewer feints per round. His feet don't look as good. He doesn't look as stable. He doesn't seem to react to punches and hits as well. I think down the stretch, especially into the championship rounds, I feel like just the accumulation of the pressure. Tony Bellew was talking about how he's never felt so tired in a ring with a fighter before. And it's just that kind of stalking pressure. It's staying just about in range to cause concern, but not to actually get hit. It's that kind of overthinking that I think is going to do Fury in for me personally. And also standing next to when they stand up next to each other, the height difference doesn't seem as major as people might like to make out. It's definitely not a 6'3" to 6'9" difference. Someone's lying. I don't know who, but
Definitely see Tyson. He weighs, he lies about his
we
height.
know. Come on, we know this. He's probably about 6'7.5", isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think just Usyk's overall output, his cardio, it's just gonna cause a lot of problems for Fury. And don't get me wrong, I still think Fury's got a great chance. He's got a great shot if he makes it an ugly fight, if he makes it a dirty fight, a boring fight. He could win. But my thing is, I just feel like Usyk is just too sharp and too prepared to just get lent on the entire fight, to just get grabbed the entire fight. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe early on in the fight, but as things progress, you're going to look at his corner calling out excessive holding. Usyk's corner, you're going to look at things being called out. I don't think this body shot thing people like to talk about with Usyk, I don't think it's that big of a deal, man. I really don't think it's as big of a deal as people like to make out. Yes, he's been down to the body, but anyone can go down to the body. If you're hit hard enough, if you're hit clean enough, and you're not prepared, you're gonna go down. It doesn't matter who you are. It just happens to be a lot of fighters, especially in the heavyweight division, don't seem to go down to body shots because usually the shot that's going to take them down is a shot to the head. And obviously Fury's not the most adept at body shots for me personally. From what I've seen, he doesn't seem like the guy who throws great body shots or like in high quantity. So all in all, I don't really, I can't put 100%, a 100% mark on who I think is going to win. If I was to bet, like I've told Oscar already several times, I'm going to put my money on Usyk.
Perfectly well summed up. We've covered the kind of weaknesses of Usyk. I think there's one weakness that we kind of haven't covered that Jide did kind of talk about a bit, which was, and Andrew Tockley perfectly sums this up, is Fury has an issue with smaller guys throwing fast overhands from below his eye line over his lazy jab, which is he's been knocked down quite a few times like that. So Usyk can definitely drop Fury with a flash knockdown if he exploits it. What do we think about that kind of weakness from Fury's side, where he does get dropped quite a bit in his fights, and there is that kind of common theme of it being a fast overhand. Chris, I'll come to you. What do you think about that?
So with the fast overhand, while Usyk does throw very, very fast shots, but I don't really see him land too many heavy overhands at all. I don't think that's going to be the shot that he throws. Maybe he might adjust his punch selection for this fight specifically, but I don't really see it happening. I don't really see it happening. To my knowledge, I've not seen him land a big overhand right to someone and really hurt him. And I think a major part of that is because you have to commit to a lot. You know, you gotta really step in. Your lead hand is going to be his. I mean, he's going to be throwing it overhand left, isn't he? But his lead hand is probably going to be down and not protecting his chin as he's throwing it. And then it's just you're susceptible to get countered if it doesn't work out, if you don't land it. Even if you hit on the shoulder, who knows? Fury is good with a little uppercut on the inside. He throws decent uppercuts. He could get hit with that. So I don't really see that as an issue. It's one of those things where stylistically, I don't think that shot is really going to get thrown too much. He could be throwing people off. As we know, both of them are probably playing major mind games of how they're actually going to come into the fight. And it could be a factor maybe later on in the fight. But my thing is, I don't think he's going to commit to wanting to stop Fury. Usyk seems to be very risk averse, and I feel like if he can get, 3-4 shots in, maybe with not much, like a 1-2, 1-2, rather than trying to land a big overhand right, I think he'd prefer to do that. Just land the scoring punches and try and win the fight by decision.
Yeah, he never really sits down in his punches. He's got that amateur style where his volume and just pushes his arms out. Scores punches. It's effectively, it's fast and it's on target and so forth. But it's never like I'm trying to punch through you.
Yeah,
100%.
One thing about Usyk though that I've noticed when I was watching a lot of his fights, especially his AJ fight, is that he'll do this thing where he throws the pity patty punches. Yeah,
it gives you 3
little light tappy punches, and then in between them he'll throw one hard shot, like a hard left hand, and it'll just be that one shot, and that will kind of keep people in check. But the flurries are what really flusters fighters, I've noticed. Yeah. And like we see it with Gassiev. He had Gassiev completely out of it. Like Gassiev did not know what to do.
It's just accumulation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just the accumulation of shots. It's like getting slapped 100 times. And as we saw AJ, especially in that first fight, later on into the fight,
AJ got put in the washing machine of a Matrix, bro. It was done.
Exactly. And the thing is, you're trying to figure out, I'm trying to cover up. I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to get my own
counter, but how am I going to counter? Where's the shots coming from?
All of this and all of that just drains energy. Just thinking. Everyone, if you've been in the ring in any capacity, you know how much thinking in the ring drains you and drains your energy. So I could only imagine what it's like when you've got someone who's got a higher punch output than you, more stamina than you, and is just moving all about, throwing all sorts of shots. So
yeah,
that's why if anyone had any kind of decent game plan to me personally, you got to tell them, listen, this guy's gonna come in, he's gonna try to confuse you. Don't let this guy take a stronghold in the fight. If he gets ring generalship, you're done for, because once you're finished. Where a lot of these other guys try to think with him, and you're gonna lose. That's why I've always said hot knife through butter. You got to go through him and basically say, you know what, I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not boxing you. I'm fighting you.
Yeah.
Like Fury, go on.
No, go on, name.
Like Fury does with the dark art of boxing. It's leaning on them, pulling them around.
I'm disrupting your whole thing. I'm disrupting you all the way through and through.
throwing an elbow. Even Ngannou felt an elbow on the way.
This is the thing with Fury leaning on and using his weight, etc. I think the common consensus is that's going to be the ticket for Fury to win this fight. This is what everyone seems to be saying. We saw it against Klitschko and so forth, and it's quite successful. But having to lean on someone that's so nimble and has just superior feet compared to everyone else you faced before, there's one thing doing it and one thing actually capitalizing on it. I think in the first few rounds he's going to be able to pull it off, but as the fight draws along, I just feel like it's going to be a case of trying to lean on him, and split second he's not even there. He's just stepped on your outside and is throwing his 1-2 combinations or whatever, and that's how I see the fight really panning out.
My take to that though is that the first half of that fight, for me, Fury's whole setup is to slow this guy down and get this guy in the mindset that what you're used to doing and having that high output is not running here. And once I set that doubt on your mind, and your engine starts slowing down, and you're already tired and the rest of it, now I can operate. Now I can work. That's cool. So those first couple rounds, and by the way, I don't necessarily think it's just the leaning thing. I think it's just literally anything and anything to discourage you and tire you out.
Just to break the rhythm as well. Yeah. But it's
I don't think it's necessarily just a case of I'm going to go there and grab you and lean you. That might not be successful the whole way. But what we do know is expect rabbit punches, expect low blows, expect all. It's going to be everything to be like you are here for a rough ass night.
Yeah. Andrew says Usyk has an elite inside game, far better than Fury's. Fury just can't lean on him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I'm not disputing that, but I do know that it's going to be everything in the kitchen sink is going into that fight, into the first half, to slow this guy down and just get this guy in the place of I'm not having I'm not winning the mental war of me fighting cute and just popping off as I feel like it. This is not going how it's meant to go. That's what you need to get that. To me, Usyk has an elite set of skills, but doesn't have the in my opinion, the mental fortitude to go with it to hone him round. He hasn't got that Mayweather or that Crawford and the one other guys where when the going gets tough, them man fight it out. They're like, all right, cool, say no more.
No Spence.
Usyk. No, yeah, I'll still put Spence in there. Spence took his licks. Spence took his licks. But when the going gets tough, I see Usyk look to his corner, look to the referee several times over. When I see that to me says, if you get at this guy enough, he's gonna crack. When men start doing that, when your automatic reflex is, ref, that shows me a lot. I've seen it 1,000 times. That to me is, so if you're elite enough to keep pressing that button, this guy's going to give way. And I'm going to keep saying it. AJ, with the mentality of what he's got going on now, slumps him, takes him out. Or if he doesn't take him out, he near enough loses, but it would be like, okay, I lost, but I absolutely took pieces of you with me. Not this, oh shit, this guy's better than me. Everyone in their dog can see AJ's face is looking, thinking, oh my god, this guy's better than me. Because mentally he's lost a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wave says Sam's speaking facts.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. like I'm a believer of let's be evidence based. When we say stuff, let's have evidence. What? Because you say he looked at his corner. How many fighters look at their corner? Again,
not many. I can't lie. None of the elite guys I've ever speak on do that.
When Bradis landed a hard body shot, hard to his body, what did he do? He dogged out and beat the crap out of him.
No,
when he got dropped by Dubois, he dogged out and beat the crap out of him.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You can't put them.
Yes, he did.
Put them in the same bracket.
In the second AJ.
Oh my god, you're revisiting history. You're rewriting history.
I'm not rewriting history. I'm just telling you what it is. In the second AJ fight, Usyk won rounds 9, 10, 11, and 12. Why? Because he knew, because he fought AJ before, and he knew before that the fight was close. Before that, the fight was close. AJ landed some good body shots, and what did he do? He said, fuck it, I'm going to the next gear, I'm going to beat the crap out of you, and that's exactly what he did. So this idea that Usyk doesn't dog it out is a lie. It's cap. Unless you give me evidence of him completely folding in the ring.
I've never said that though.
But you haven't got that.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
that's
that's the
not what I
fight.
said though.
Like Errol Spence folded in the ring.
No, he
Errol
didn't.
Spence folded in the ring.
No, he didn't.
He
He
got
should have. He should have
caned.
folded in the
He
ring.
got caned, and he just said, "I don't know what to do," and he was doing a stanky leg. I've seen
No, that's
Usyk.
not the same. See, what
It is the same. It is
you're
the
having,
same.
you're
I'm
having a
talking
different
dog. We're
argument.
talking dog. We're
You're having
talking
a
dog.
different no,
We're
you're having a
talking
different
dog.
argument.
We
You're
are
having a
talking
different
dog.
argument.
I've seen Inoue get dropped and get up and beat the crap out of a guy.
What Inouye did
I've-
is in the same boat of what I'm talking about. That is that heart of, all right, say no more, get back.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not looking to nobody for help.
I've given you excuses of Usyk getting his lip back, but you don't. You're
I'm
like,
not,
no, it doesn't
I'm not
count because
looking to
it
nobody
looked
for help.
at his. It looked at his.
I'm not looking to nobody help. I'm not looking for no referee. I'm not looking for any excuses. This is a you got me, say no more.
No, shall I tell you what you're doing? You're using the Dubois fight as a complete
I'm
indictment.
not using this, but I'm using
Yes, you are.
I'm
Yes, you
using
are.
multiple.
What's the multiple fight? Go on, name them. Name the multiple fights that.
Dubois.
Huh?
I said Chisora. He kept doing it. The same thing.
Oh my!
Even Bellew did it as
Chisora
well.
was fouling.
Even Bellew did it.
Even
Bellew.
better. Oh, come on, man.
Even Bellew did it. The guy has
Samson,
this.
you're a hater. You're a hater. And
I
that's
have no
fine.
reason to hate the guy. I don't hate.
You're a hater. You're a
Why
hater.
would I hate?
This is
I
what you
have no
said
reason.
about Bud as well. You said you wasn't a hater of Bud, and we caught you.
No,
We're gonna catch you. We caught you again.
No. Hold on.
No,
Let's clarify though. You see this thing? What does it mean for the fight?
What does it mean for the fight? I already said personally, I think Fury wins because of these reasons. I just think the guy when the going gets tough, one guy's mentality is just that little bit more elite. That's gonna push it through. That's my take, and I do think it's probably gonna be a stinker, like personally. But if it isn't, kudos. I'll be happy. And that's like I said time and time again, that's my take on Usyk because of what I've seen. If Usyk proves me wrong, bro, well done. You made me believer. I was a non-believer, and I'm a believer.
One thing I want to clarify is with the Breedis fight, because I've watched that fight. Usyk didn't beat the crap out of him. They fought a very competitive
That was
bout
a good fight. It was a good
where
fight.
Breedis was landing the harder punches, but Usyk was majority controlling the fight. But that's why I was so close, was because Usyk was using his jab and his combination punches, but Breedis was landing quite a bit, and he was landing some quite hard punches, and he made that fight very close. It was Usyk's closest fight to date, I think.
Yeah, that's his hardest fight. Yeah.
Wade says Fury's gonna little boy Usyk on Saturday, and he also says Samps, we get injustice for Dubois on Saturday. Vamos Fury.
He thinks you're one of them.
Look
He
at
thinks
the
you're
people
one
you
of
got
them.
on your side. Look at the people. A man called Waved. A man is drinking on a school night. That's the
And like I said to you guys time and time again, I foresaw this years back when you guys were riding with Fury against Thingy. Now the King's been around long enough to become the enemy. I hear it.
No.
I reckon both ways were terrible, you know.
When we get that statue in Trafalgar Square, you guys have to go and take a picture of it.
There is no statue.
There's going to be a blockbuster movie. The history.
Who said he created Fury? Who's the man that said he created Fury?
What do you mean?
There's one fighter who said he's the reason why Fury is who he is.
Oh yeah,
Wilder came out and said, "I created you. I made you." So this is not us. This is not we as the fan base.
You guys
created him.
Every single one in this chat, was there absolutely riding for Fury to beat Wilder.
Of course, because Wilder.
And I said at the time, you think you've won the battle, but you're losing the war.
You know what I said? I said Fury's gonna beat Wilder. And that was based on what I saw in the first fight. I said
it's a better fight.
Fury wasn't 100% in that first fight. He clearly wasn't 100%. He looked flabby. He just come back from not so great showing. And I said,
that's what you're wishing for.
I said Fury is gonna beat this guy, and he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
he beat the absolute dog shit out of him. And it wasn't like we wanted Fury to win. It's that we knew that the better fighter was gonna win.
You did because you didn't want it was victory for AJ by proxy.
We did. The reason we didn't like Wilder is because he wasn't a good fighter.
No, it was victory for AJ via proxy.
Nah, that's what you
for AJ. But we needed,
bro.
Your up got put down, and you guys were celebrating, not realizing the bigger picture. Yeah, anyway, like I said,
you know what's funny? Samson said it like we did it.
Like,
Wilder lost.
It's you guys.
He's not good. Wilder went there and he got battered, bro. And then he came.
No shame in losing to the greatest of the generation.
All right, we'll see on
Alright,
Saturday.
if he loses on Saturday, who's
Wait,
the best
wait, wait,
in
wait,
the
wait,
race?
wait.
This
Are
is
you
gonna
not
age.
seeing the
This is
belt?
gonna
Are
age
you not
like
seeing
Drake
it?
and Kendrick, bro.
No. It's not
It's gonna
Drake
age
and
like
Kendrick.
push-ups.
It's not Drake and Kendrick because Fury's not Drake or Kendrick. Fury's more like fucking Travis Scott. So it's not Drake
Oh
Kendrick.
my god,
But the thing is, yeah,
crazy.
Samson has exposed himself. He wants Fury to win,
I
so
don't.
Wilder's
I actually
loss looks
don't.
a bit better.
I
I'm just
actually don't
listen.
want Fury to win at
You
all.
listen.
I do
You
not
have
want
to
Fury to
you
win.
have to understand the
Wait,
psychology
wait. Okay,
of a Wilder fan.
let me break it down for you. I want Man United to win, but I know that they're trash at the moment. Like it's just what it is. But I'm an honest guy to appreciate this is what it is. That's what that is. Then to me, I don't want Fury to win, but Fury's gonna beat Usyk.
It's not, and that's fine. We all have opinions, and like I said, you've been on a very bad streak in terms of predictions, so I expect it to continue.
Wait. Let's not overdo this now, guys. I still won the league.
You've been an awful streak, bro.
I literally won the prediction league, and I've lost one fight. Okay, well done. It just happens that I've lost every single one, but there's 2 victories.
Bro, you've been in a very bad prediction.
No, I haven't.
Prediction.
I've lost one. I've literally
It's
lost
not one, bro. You got Wilder Fury wrong. You got obviously the most prominent one is Bud Spence. Got that wrong. Like it's big fights.
And I literally won the prediction league. So this
bro, Mark has won the prediction league. I've won. Like winning the prediction league means nothing, bro. Like when it matters, when you put the chips down, when you put your chips, when you put the chips on the ground for your guy,
I'm the reigning champion.
You took an L.
No one's taking the belt from me. No one's taking the belt from me.
You took a big L.
No one's taking the belt.
No, that's fine. Bud took the belt.
Yeah,
Spence.
all that's happened right now. This is right now, as far as I'm concerned, is Devin Haney versus flipping Ryan Garcia. I might have lost the fight, but we ran it back in drug testing, so I'm still the champion, and that's that. I took the L on it. Cool.
You didn't take the L, bro. You got you after what happened to Wilder and Spence, you went like traveling, bro. You've been going through it. You've been traveling, bro. Listen, people in the chat, people in the chat, you're not in our group chat, bro. Samson, before Wilder got flogged, he was active. Before Spence got destroyed, Samson was active. And then now, Samson, you look at his Insta, bro. Man's in Zanzibar.
Holiday every week.
Man's
he's not even watching the fight this weekend, bro. So,
what was that?
Bro, he's probably watching the fight in Vegas or something, bro. Samson's traveling now. He's like Wilder. He's doing ayahuasca.
I took that drug, innit? I took that.
Ayahuasca, bro.
I remember that.
Waved also says Samson speaking nothing but facts. Oh my god, Fury is winning.
Look what you done. Look what you done, bro.
Is Usyk's best bet fighting on the inside or the outside?
Inside.
I think it's the inside.
Absolutely inside. If you try to fight the outside, it's an easy night.
It doesn't make sense for him to fight the outside.
It makes sense. I think one thing.
I don't think Usyk prefers to fight the outside though, which is another point. He doesn't fight the outside. He fights on the perimeters of like. He gets into that.
You man are gonna be so shocked, yeah, when Fury hits the canvas, you know.
I won't be shocked by that at all.
Oh, you won't be shocked? Oh,
Fury goes down. Why would I be shocked? Fury goes down. He goes down, but he gets up. I'll be shocked if he goes down and stays down.
He's gonna drown. That's the thing. He's really
I'll be
gonna
shocked
drown.
if he goes down and stays down, but going down, that won't shock me. That guy gets dropped for fun.
He's gonna listen.
Hey, let's clear something up. I don't know if you discussed it already. What? How do we rank Fury's power? Really?
He's not got power. He doesn't.
I don't rank it at all.
It's like average. It's an average power.
It's very average. It's like, okay, you're a big heavyweight. You're going to be able to crack to a degree, but compared to other heavyweights, I think it's nothing. The only reason people started talking him up about being a power puncher at one point is because Wilder weighs like the same amount as us. Really and truly. Right?
It's actually true.
It's Wilder, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like Wilder he's a heavyweight in height alone, bro.
He's a coat hanger, bro.
Listen, the myth, the current mythology of Tyson Fury stems from Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
That's literally it. The greatest fighter of all time was because of Wilder 2. The greatest of his generation because of Wilder 2. Him being a puncher was because of Wilder 2. And I feel like Ngannou's crashed everyone back to earth real fast because he threw elbows, he threw punches, man's blockhead didn't even move.
So now everyone's like,
You
oh,
lot, Fury's in trouble, bro. The more I think about it, the more I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, the
man.
more you analyze this fight, the more he's in trouble, I believe. By the way,
And do you know what it stems from? Yeah. Oh, go on, Adam.
yeah. By the way, I was going to say, if Wilder also gets knocked out by Zhang, does it make Fury look even worse?
Yeah, it does. But
Of course
people
it does.
always say,
why does it get knocked up by Zhang?
do you know what the rhetoric is? Yeah, the rhetoric is like, they took so much out of each other that they're no longer the same fighters. That at that point in time, they were the best guys.
That's
They were
a
the two best
story.
fighters that ever
Good
lived.
rhetoric. I don't believe it, but it's a
We've
good.
never believed it.
Yeah.
And the Parker fight should have shown, you know what? Wilder's probably not that good. Say what you like about being gun shy. Say what you like. Parker wasn't there to hit like Fury's there to be hit. Fury got clocked by Ngannou, bro.
Fury's been clocked by several people. I'm not surprised by this at all. That he goes down.
Nevan Pakic.
The point that my man made earlier.
Fury's been clocked by himself.
Lazy front hand.
True, yeah.
Fury has been clocked by himself. I'm not surprised by him going down at all. That doesn't.
Yeah. No, but I think one thing Usyk is going to capitalize on. A guy made a point earlier in the comments about Fury having that lazy jab at times and leaving his hand down. And what Usyk likes to do, he likes to come in on the inside and slip shots in the mid-range and inside and throw counters. And I think it's going to be there for him all night, personally.
No. That's true, but you have to understand, Fury is a feinter. So Fury can negate that by his feints. It just depends on if Usyk's ready to just bite the feint, not bite on the feints. If Usyk doesn't bite on the feints, then Fury's in big trouble.
I just see him slipping the punches and just moving in closer, really and truly. His feet are so good that he's going to be able to go in and out when he throws, even if he's throwing feints. Like just
my thing with the feints is that Usyk has fought like, the smaller guys who probably throw a lot more feints than Fury does.
Yeah.
So he'd be more adept to dealing with people that are throwing a lot of feints and reacting to little micro movements than Fury's used to. Fury's used to fighting big, slow guys for the most part. He does well against the bigger, the slower, the less technically gifted guys who, you know, they're not always gonna react wildly to feints, or they're not gonna move at all, one of the two, and they're gonna get clocked. So when you get a guy who's probably gonna out feint you, if we're being real, we know he's got the herky jerky movement, Tyson Fury, which is great against a lot of the bigger guys. I think it would be better against someone like AJ than it would be against Usyk.
Yeah,
but we know from the numbers he's not throwing as many feints. We already know that his feints, the amount of feints he's thrown, has declined. I think it's almost half. So he can't keep that up for the entire fight. You might start off that way, and I think Usyk is going to want to make him blow his load pause as soon as possible.
I think we've covered a lot today in terms of Fury Usyk. Are we happy with what we've covered? Yeah, we're good with
we got our predictions in it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, now that I'm coming on to that part, so I'm going to give each and every one of you a kind of 2-3 minutes of just give me a monologue of how you think the fight goes and what your final prediction is. So Jide, I'll come to you first.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Tyson Fury, the gypsy fraud, dies on Saturday night. He beats the crap out of him. Tyson Fury wins the first few rounds and then he just drowns, like my friend said. Just drowns him. And it's a UD. But the Saudis want Fury to win. British boxing wants Fury to win. The world wants Fury to win because there's the carrot of the AJ fight dangling in our heads. But Usyk's here to spoil the party, guys. It's going to be a UD or SD. I just don't see them robbing Usyk at such a big fight. It will be crazy to rob it. Usyk should not keep this close. If this is a close fight, it goes to Fury. So, and I feel like that motivation will motivate Usyk to really put them paws on him, innit? Like, he's going to really, really go to work on this boy. And yeah, we're gonna get an all-time performance from Usyk. It's going to be a slow fight initially, then it's going to pick up, and we're going to see, potentially, we might even see Fury get stopped. Potentially. And not because Usyk hits hard or anything, it's just going to be so fatigued and so many shots are going to keep coming at him that his body won't be able to go. And that's my prediction, man. UD though.
Sams?
Fury UD, man. Like stinker, boring fight. Low output, lot of holding, not much action. And if anything, maybe you get a really frustrated Usyk towards the end of the fight, and that might allow for you to open up a bit more. But I don't really see it being a fan favorite or one we're gonna watch over and over again at all.
Adam?
Yeah, I see it being quite slow in the beginning. Usyk kind of gathering info and Fury trying to make it a dirty fight. And then the longer the fight goes on, I think the fighter with the superior cardio and just punch output is gonna come forth to the front of the race, and I just see Usyk winning a unanimous decision.
Chris?
I've changed my mind over the course of this podcast. So, unfortunately, Fury, the biggest great white hope since Tommy Morrison, I don't think he's not gonna make it. I think it's gonna be a late stoppage for Usyk. I don't think Usyk can afford to really take it to the scorecards. And I think if he has him tired and if he has him fatigued, he's going to do his best to get the fight stopped, whether it's through trying to work an old injury like a cut off Fury, or just throwing a flurry of punches and Fury not throwing back. I think he's going to try and stop it. So I initially said UD, but I feel like he could go for the late stoppage now.
Yeah, I'll close it off. I think when this fight initially was talked about in 2022, I think I would have said Tyson Fury, just because I think the size and the speed, balls, and all of, the fact that he's able to use his physical advantages properly, the fact that he's got all these dark arts about him that makes him a great fighter, I would have gone with him. But as time went on, it's also a kind of what have you done for me lately kind of thing. And then Fury's performance against Ngannou was worse than Usyk's low blow, if that makes sense. I think Fury had the more controversial kind of, because he was getting touched up in that fight. He was getting tired in that fight, so was Ngannou. His legs looked more shot than ever. He looked like he couldn't get into a rhythm. And Usyk, even after the low blow, he looked, comfortable against Dubois, and he did dominate him, partly because Dubois is not that great when it comes to IQ. But I think, with the normal things that we say about Usyk, that I think he's got the superior footwork, I think he's got the superior IQ. But yeah, there is that added aspect of, if the fight does get rough, how does Usyk fare? I just think Fury is going to have to try a lot to get himself into a rhythm. And because he hasn't been active in a while, I think he's going to have to still try to do the same thing in the fight, try to get his legs going into a rhythm. I think he's going to just keep falling behind, sorry. And like you said about the cut, I think that's also on the on the right side of Fury, which is where the left hand will land. And remember, Otto Wallin opened that cut, and if it's a cut that opens again and again, it could open, and it will give Fury a hard time to adjust to it. I think Usyk is one of the best round 12 fighters we've ever had. I mean, if you look at his stats, the way he fights, look at some of the round 12s he's had in some of his fights, really sticks it on fighters. Almost stopped AJ in the first fight. Round 10 in the second AJ fight, he landed 32 out of 56 power punches. That was 57% connect percentage on AJ. It was not some bum. He was thumping up AJ in that round, and he landed 170 punches, the most on AJ. I just think over time you're going to see, by rounds 4 to 8 and then 12 onwards, Usyk's just going to keep building that lead, and he's going to keep adding the work rate. And I don't think Fury is going to struggle with someone that can work as much as Usyk can. And I think it's going to be a kind of 8-4 Usyk win. I think Usyk's going to get a UD 8-4. He might drop him. I'm not really going to put money on him dropping him, but I think you are going to see. We'll see Fury get cut. Might be some controversy as well with the rules. Like Sam said, there might be fouls and everything in between. So, but I'm going with Usyk decision 8-4. He just about edges it, and I think the Saudis won't be able to. Actually, I'll go a split decision. I think there'll be one card that we'll be looking at and we're going, maybe that's not it, but I'll say split decision or majority decision. But yeah, split decision, I think, is when you give it to the other guy, split decision. So I'm going split decision. But I'm so happy that we're here. We're finally here. We've got this fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing, obviously, with it's the best fight as well in boxing. And hopefully, if it's not a draw, we get an undisputed heavyweight champion for the first time.
There is no draw in that fight. If there's a draw, Fury wins, bro. For free.
Yeah.
Fury, like, if you want to keep calling a spade, yeah. Usyk can actually win and lose. Like, can actually win them. I don't think that fight goes to the cards and has any form of closeness to it. Fury wins, man. Like, boxing is still boxing, bro. Like, we've seen this time and time again. Like, there's nothing that will stop corruption in a big fight like this, where we all know that they're trying to set up AJ thingy. Turkey even literally says he wants Fury to win, so he can get the AJ fight on.
Yeah, it's the bigger fight for him. So yeah. So expect some controversy on Saturday. It could very well happen, and I can't wait. Big fight feels is one of the biggest fights, and we've been having such a good role in boxing. So, like I say, keep watching us because we're going to keep being here every week, reacting to all the boxing and previewing all the boxing. So make sure you click subscribe, like the video, share it to people that you know love boxing. Follow us on Twitter at Ringside Fracas. And also follow us on Instagram at Ringside Fracas, where we've got so many posts that you can interact with. You can find out some more facts. You can look at some videos as well from us. And look, have fun on Saturday. Enjoy the fights. There's so many fights on the undercard of Jairo Pataya against Maris Bridis. What a great cruiserweight title fight. We didn't even have time to talk about that. You've got Joe Cordina defending his IBF super featherweight title against Anthony Kachech. And then you've also got Ajit Caballero taking on Frank Sanchez in a great heavyweight contender bout. So enjoy Saturday. Hope everyone gets to enjoy it. And look, we'll be back hopefully on Sunday to react to who the new undisputed heavyweight champion is. So thank you and take care.
Sweet.